What's going on, guys? I think this morning we have a couple of fairly interesting rumors in the smartphone world to talk about. I've said for a long time that if Samsung wants to gain bigger, better, stronger adoption for their foldable phones, what they need to be doing is not pursuing the super premium, super expensive book style folding phones. They can make those, that's fine. But if they want to push that adoption, they need to be pursuing phones that bring the price down. I don't think it's a coincidence that the flip style phones sell better than the fold book style phones. The price is much lower, and it's a form factor that I think people are just more familiar with. It seems as though if this first rumor is to be believed, Samsung understands this and they're going to try to push adoption by not just focusing on that flip style phone, but actually bringing the price of it down just a little bit. You're now looking at a tweet from Ross Young at DSCC Ross, that is Display Supply Chain Consultants. This guy is sort of plugged in, maybe you could say, to the display world. When phones are being made, displays are ordered. Presumably, he hears about these displays and then is able to piece together information about those devices. He tweeted just 2 days ago, those hoping for a Z Flip 7 FE should be excited. It looks like Samsung FE clamshell is finally coming in 2025. Now, it is important to keep in mind that Ross is not always 100% accurate. He's usually got some interesting little tidbits that end up being true, but some of the stuff with the Z Fold Special Edition, I think he was a little bit confused on. There's a lot of competing information and things got very confusing. So just take this with a pinch of salt, like you should with all rumors. This may or may not end up coming to fruition, but as a rumor, I think that it is very, very interesting, right? You can have the Z Flip 7 for somewhere around $1,000 or $1,100, and maybe an FE, a fan edition. Maybe it's $700, maybe it's $800, and I think what you would probably see is maybe a little bit less RAM, maybe a lower resolution screen, maybe you would have the older camera hardware. If I'm not mistaken, they just bumped it up to the 50 megapixel sensor. Maybe it goes back to the 12 megapixel sensor that they used for a while, and that would allow them to lower that price just a little bit and potentially push that further adoption. The Flip, like I said, is the one that when I talk to people that are thinking about switching to folding phones, a lot of the time, it's that Flip. The price isn't crazy, and they love the idea of slamming that thing shut when they're in the phone call. People like the Flip devices. But guys, it's not just Samsung that might be thinking about making a flip-style phone. We have another post, this time on Weibo, from Digital Chat Station. He says, plus Ace small screen flagship tentatively Q2 next year. What specifications do you want? So we kind of have to break this down because it's being translated from Chinese to English. So understanding how Digital Chat Station normally talks about these things, we can kind of piece this together. Ace, so we're talking about a OnePlus phone because that is their sub-brand, OnePlus Ace phones, and it is basically their their FE brand, right? It's their A series, it's their cheaper version. But it also says small screen flagship, and you may have noticed this, but anytime DCS talks about folding phones, they either say large screen or small screen, and that is how they differentiate between a fold style and a flip style. Okay, so we are talking about a OnePlus Ace flip style phone. So that would be a cheaper variant flip phone. So this would be something to compete directly with this hypothetical Z Flip 7 FE. So since those are pretty early rumors and there's not really a whole lot more to say about them, we won't spend any more time on them, but I do want to show you one more thing very quickly. This was a reply from Ross Young, where someone asked them if the Z Fold 7 would look like the Z Fold SE, and they said no, but the Z Fold 7 SE will look like the Z Fold 6 SE. And I don't think that this is something that you really even need like insider information to come to as far as a conclusion goes, because I just don't think that the Z Fold 7 is going to basically be the Z Fold 6 special edition. I think that what might happen is we might end up with a Z Fold 7 and then a Z Fold 7 SE special edition that launches in more regions. Let me remind you of this report from Galaxy Club, where they talked about how they are now seeing a Q7M code name. Of course, don't forget that Q6A ended up being the special edition. So why is this not Q7A? Why is it now Q7M? Of course, it could be this trifold device, but I think that's unlikely. I think what's more likely is that this is the special edition with a new designation simply because it's going to be launching in more regions. The special edition has sold quite well. There was a lot of hype around it. Release it in more regions. That was your test bed. You released it in China and in South Korea, where you're very strong. You saw that it did well. Release it elsewhere. So there's a chance that in 2025, we get 4 folding phones from Samsung. A Flip FE, a Fold, and a Fold SE. So we're going to be running the gamut from the quote-unquote mid-range, maybe $700 or $800, all the way well over $2,000 with the special edition. Now, of course, like I said, these are all rumors, and a lot of this stuff could be absolutely in flux. So the existence of a fan edition Z Flip, I think, should be questioned in general. It might be happening, it might not. I do think that the OnePlus Ace Flip coming from Digital Chat Station, I think that decent odds that that's real because DCS seems to be absolutely on the ball when it comes to these OnePlus devices. The fact that there is a Q7M code name in the system, I think that there's absolutely going to be a Z Fold 7 special edition. The questionable part is, where does it end up releasing? So again, a lot of this stuff is questionable. A lot of this stuff could change over time. So take it all with that great big pinch of salt. But I do want to hear what you guys think in the comments down below about all these different rumors. What do you want to see? How do you want to see this go? Absolutely let me know in the comments down below. And also, talk about how funny it is that we keep seeing rumors that OnePlus is exiting the folding phone world, followed up by rumors that OnePlus is making another flip style device. I think that is quite funny. And I might actually have more to say on the OnePlus exiting the folding phone thing shortly. There's some thoughts that I've been kind of ruminating on that topic as well. So let me know if you want to see that video. Guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe for more content like this. And until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.